Touring groups of performers are used to attract attention. They are particularly effective in remote areas. Entertainment or diversion of any kind is eagerly awaited.
USO. Does this mean Ann Margaret isn't coming?
Entertainment teams like this one attract crowds of people wherever they appear.
So condescending as they manipulate the locals in this fictitious Eastern European country.
Interaction can result in group belonging and assist in developing a sense of national unity.
Controlled interaction. You don't just let the slaves interact with each other. You taser them if they're not.
A continuing effort is made to link the Psy-Ops program with progress to help the people help themselves. This makes them see the military and the government as positive images, benevolent symbols, signifying steps toward a better life. The sense of success, the satisfaction of a job finished, these are of major importance. Direct response to community needs is vital. Projects which would be meaningless in terms of local needs should be avoided. For psychological purposes, one finished well is worth far more than an unfinished dam. Throughout these efforts, the Psy-Ops program keeps the people informed.
Informed of how they're being brainwashed.
What is being done. They are told why it is being done. And they are told how.
The hardcore part's coming up, the domestic martial law piece. But now you know the Psy-Ops much more sophisticated. We've got to destroy your well for the earth. We've got to tax you for the earth. We're taking all your freedom for the earth. It's much more sophisticated now and wicked and gibbering.
You've heard Alex explain how the Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced colloidal silver solutions, yet many are unaware of the entire function of the Silver Lungs system and how it has been designed to deliver your silver solutions anywhere in or on the body. My name is Mario Cifaldi, and I'm the developer of the Silver Lungs generator. Not only does the Silver Lungs system produce endless colloidal and ionic silver solutions, it also comes equipped with the proper applicators and devices needed to deliver your silver solutions directly to key target areas. This includes the eyes, ears, nose, lungs, topically to the skin, and orally for the digestive system. Be sure to watch our new 7-minute video tour of the Silver Lungs system at www.silverlungs.com to learn more about how the Silver Lungs system works. As well, we are always ready to answer any questions you may have. That's www.silverlungs.com.
Alex Jones here with vital information concerning our nation's fragile food supply. Folks, there are some truly dangerous trends forming, and I think it's important for my listeners to do 3 things right away. Number 1, study the past. History really does repeat itself. Number 2, learn to spot the dangerous food shortage trends. Number 3, take decisive action. A perfect storm is brewing for a global food crisis. That's why I'm telling everyone to read the new book, Rising Prices, Empty Shelves. Warning signs that trigger the deadliest famines in history. Don't get caught unprepared when the crisis hits. This book is only available at risingpricesemptyshelves.com. You'll also get a free copy of Supermarket Survival, How to Cut Your Grocery Bills in Half. Again, that website is risingpricesemptyshelves.com. That's risingpricesemptyshelves.com. Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones. I'm looking for people that have the wisdom to spot savings, opportunity, and recognize risk. Saving means to make money. The Cal Ben Pure Soap Company can save you thousands of dollars and give you good old-fashioned real soaps that are triple concentrated and twice as good as what you're using now. Soaps made from vegetable and coconut oils that contain no useless dyes, perfumes, deodorants, or antibacterials. Your risk is the hundreds of hazardous toxic detergents that give you rashes, itching sores, and deteriorating clothing called lint. If you want something better, if you want something you've never had before, you had to do something you've never done before. Getting a free catalog is easy by calling 800-340-7091 or see Calvin on the web at 5starsoap.com. Take charge of your health now by calling 800-340-7091 or see Calvin on the web at 5starsoap.com. A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years. The crazy part is, he's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet. And it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can find the video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica, the number 3.com. Watch the free video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com.
Coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
We will be victorious. You see, the evil tries to masquerade as the patriot. We're just simply going to point out that foreign offshore banks came into our country, took it over, tried to get us into debt, are waging war against the real free market. They've got all these well-meaning Occupy Wall Street people running around, and I've seen many of them calling for socialism, calling for 70+% taxes. I've got Peter Schiff going through all these crowds in New York, and person after person wants 70+% taxes, which will just totally shut the country down. It's high taxes that drove the companies out of the U.S. This country built the highest standard of the living in the world with the lowest taxes in world history. Now, getting back to military Psy-Ops, and then I'm going to go to your phone calls and into this story that's gotten national attention. Armed citizen militia shows up at Occupy Wall Street. They've got M16s loaded, standing in front of the cops, and you'd think they're not needed to protect folks in Phoenix, but all over the country, the cops are shotgunning people with rubber bullets for no reason. So what's going to happen if there's a confrontation? In this video at Infowars.com, it shows the cops kind of sheepishly looking at guys with M16s. And a lot of folks are, well, how do they have M16s? That's illegal. No, it's not in America in most states. The Second Amendment's only restricted in a few areas. And technically, they're AR-15s. They were M16s. They have to have a federal stamp for them. But that's coming up. Let me give you the number to join us on air on all the issues we've covered. It's 877-789-ALEX, 877-789-ALEX, 877-789-2539 on this Sunday live edition. Let's finish up with the Army Psy-Op from 1968 and the parallels to the propaganda today as if we're some third world country the Pentagon has invaded. Because that's how we're treated now. Here it is.
Is openly recruiting and receiving aid from the people.
Back it up a minute.
Security program.
Back it up just about 20 seconds because I want that part where they talk about checkpoints and things. Yeah. Back it up just a little bit. Perfect. Let's go ahead and go to it now. Here it is.
And they are told how it will benefit them. In areas where the insurgent is openly recruiting and receiving aid from the people, an internal security program takes the greatest Psy-Op effort.
Ah, Psy-Op, checkpoint. It's a checkpoint. The cars are being stopped like in Tennessee or Texas on the highway, warrantless checkpoint.
The objectives are to sever the link between the insurgent and the civilian population, to detect and neutralize subversive apparatus, and to provide a secure environment.
Oh, secure for your safety. TSA is going to grow up your 1-year-old daughter. Actually, to train you to be a slave.
An internal security program encompasses roadblocks, curfews, critical supplies such as medicine, money, food, explosives, arms, etc., all of which make the Psy-Op effort a little more difficult.
Which they look for at TSA checkpoints on the road now. Totally illegal.
Where restrictions are imposed, the people should be made to realize the necessity for them.
Oh.
They must be convinced that these restrictions are only temporary.
Like we were told back on 9/11?
That
Hit
as
pause.
soon as subversive...
Back it up 10 seconds. Jaron had an idea Friday, and he actually pulled up the USA Today article, gave it to the Nightly News guys. We never covered it. But Jaron, make me tomorrow re-pull that. I want to show it on screen because the way it printed was in 4 pieces. He found the USA Today where they federalized air screening, and it said they would just be checking bags. Now that means checking another type of bag that has huevos in it, and grabbing on your wife's breast. I mean, this is our journey into slavery. And now they're on the highways squeezing your luggage. Let's go ahead and go back to it.
For them, they must be convinced that these restrictions are only temporary. That as soon as subversive activities are controlled, restrictions will be lifted. Many problems are encountered during the implementation of this type of program.
People don't like being slaves in Nazi Germany. They'll complain. It's okay. Tell them it'll be over soon. Of course, it never will be. We're just going to ratchet it up. But the Americans will never figure it out.
Vegetables damaged while held up in roadblocks must be investigated immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Curfews can alienate shopkeepers and theater and restaurant owners unless implementation of such measures is planned and announced well in
They even have a curfews for adults all over the country now.
Curfews may also alienate the younger people who use the evening for youth activities.
Or youth activities. Get out of here, you evil children.
Controls restrict the flow of essential products and goods.
Yeah, now they search your mail. Did you know that?
Psychologically, the people must be convinced that if it were not for the insurgents, these restrictions would not be necessary, and that when insurgent activities cease, restrictions will be removed.
The insurgents you manufacture in your full-spectrum dominance.
In areas of the country where government troops are battling the subversives, the psychological effort is of a different nature.
All right, I got a time code here. We skip ahead now to the end.
In addition to...
Because there's a point at the end of the video where they cut to Joe Sixpack and they go, you've got to reach him. You've got to convince him you're on the right side. It's key to be friendly and have good esprit de corps. Well, now you see Congress has a 9% approval rating. The globalists know you hate them and are awake, at least to some extent. So now they've shifted, and police have admitted this, to the black uniform as black mask for pure intimidation. Now they don't want you to think that they're there to help you. They don't want you to think that they care about you in many of the federal operations. It's all about pure and total domination. And that's now the system we've shifted to. You know, I'm going to come back and take your calls. I'll get both these videos, part 1 and part 2. It's about 25 minutes long, posted at Infowars.com. Or just go to YouTube and type in psychological warfare, and you'll see literally hundreds of videos. A lot of modern Army videos, Air Force videos, Marine Corps videos. Now, remember,